Welcome back to Talking Marvel. In this video, we're going to look ahead at what should be the biggest film Marvel will create with Avengers Secret Wars, and three key villains who will make a return to the screen. Over the years, the MCU has brought back certain villains in some capacity, such as Red Skull and Zemo, but now that the multiverse is heavily incorporated in the movies, there is an easy way to bring anyone they like back, even if they died. Secret Wars is supposed to be a crazy crossover event that includes tons of heroes and villains, so it makes sense to not only bring in new heroes and villains, but to bring old ones back who haven't met the same demise as they have in the Earth 616 universe we're accustomed to. When Secret Wars happens in a few years, all the known and unknown universes will be destroyed except for pieces of certain worlds that fit together to form Battleworld. Within Battleworld, there are 41 known domains and more unlocated domains that exist. Most of the domains have barons and baronesses, or used to at one point. These rulers could be heroes or villains, but most are recognizable from the domain they rule over. And this is what leads us to two of the three villains that will make a return in Secret Wars. The first fallen villain is someone we haven't heard from in a while, Ultron. This isn't the Ultron from Earth 616 that we know from the MCU, but nevertheless, should be voiced by the same actor and look fairly similar. This Ultron is from Earth 21261 and had a different path to becoming the Baron of the domain called Perfection. He destroyed his creator, Henry Pym, immediately upon being created, then proceeded to destroy the Avengers and any remaining superheroes, taking full control of his Earth. When Battleworld was created, Earth 21261 became Perfection. Unfortunately for Ultron, Perfection is located outside of the shield that protects the majority of the domains from the very dangerous ones. It just so happens to be attached to the Deadlands, which has no ruler and is populated with zombies. After spending time on Battleworld in constant battle with the zombies of the Deadlands, Ultron determined the best way to take over Battleworld and defeat his creations was to form an alliance with the zombies and was able to reach an agreement with Magneto. By experimenting on Sabretooth, Ultron successfully merged undead flesh to his technology. Months later, after merging the dead army at his disposal with the drones, Ultron launched an attack on Salvation, a refuge founded by Wonder Man, Human Torch, and Vision. Ultron and Magneto watched from afar as the Ultron zombie army breached through Salvation's force field and started to kill its inhabitants. But their plan failed as the Hank Pym of Timely in the Valley of Doom used the ionic energy generator that created the force field to absorb the Ultron zombie army's hive consciousness, using the combined minds of Vision, Wonder Man, and Iron Cross as the boss brain to control them. If Secret Wars is to be split up into multiple movies, as the sources say it will be, there is lots of time and opportunity to incorporate the deadly domains of Perfection, the Deadlands, and New Xandar, and have Ultron at the helm trying to lead a hostile takeover. The next villain is not as big or exciting, but could play a key role as he is a mechanized organism designed only for killing. Modoc is a baron of another domain, this time on the safe side of the shield wall. He rules over Killville, but this Modoc didn't used to be Yellow Jacket and isn't named Darren Cross. Instead, his name is George Tarleton, and he is from Earth 11131. But just like how Ultron is from a different Earth than we know him from, familiarity could be a big reason in bringing back this same actor to take on this different Modoc. We last saw him in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, when he died after turning against Kang the Conqueror. Killville is a domain that consists of a world where every superhero was murdered by Modoc, and regular citizens are constantly exposed to the damage caused by killers and villains waging war amongst themselves. Modoc patrolled the borders of Killville, and after destroying a couple of sentinels from the territories that had trespassed into Killville when they were trying to capture a mutant, he discovered an unidentified object crashing into his land. When he approached the crater left by it, Modoc discovered it was a Thor from the Thor Corps, who, after dealing with some human extremists in the Monarchy of M domain, was struck by a lightning bolt while flying the borders of Killville. The Thor, Aldrich Odin's daughter, or also known as Angela, awoke and, upon seeing Modoc, attacked him, thinking he was responsible for what happened to her. Angela fought him fiercely, but he didn't fight back as he was amazed by her. She eventually realized Modoc wasn't responsible for attacking her and even saved her, leading to them joining forces. After multiple big battles, Modoc was made Baron of Killville, located pretty close to where a good portion of Secret Wars should be taking place in the MCU's depiction. The third villain will most definitely play a part in Secret Wars Part 1, but as the story progresses, he becomes a little less relevant. This villain being Thanos. Yes, the 616 Thanos and the 838 Thanos have been defeated, but there are many others to pick and choose from. He was brought into Secret Wars, not to be a baron of a domain, but because he became the leader of the Cabal after Namor had originally formed the group. The Cabal are actually Earth 616s, and include other villains like Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive as well, so it would be interesting to see how that is done. The Cabal are important early on in Secret Wars because they were trying to stop the inevitable incursions happening. Even though their efforts to stop the incursions didn't work, they were survivors and managed to escape to Earth 1610 and create a life raft to eventually bring them to Battleworld. The Cabal's life raft was unearthed 8 years after the creation of Battleworld in Utopolis, and upon exiting the life raft, killed a Thor. This led to the Thor Corps engaging in battle with the Cabal and Sheriff Strange to come and disperse the Cabal across Battleworld. Thanos was captured near the shield and convinced the sentient being to betray Emperor Doom, causing the shield to fall. This is when I believe Ultron will come into play in the story the MCU puts together. Not so long after, while a battle raged on, Thanos confronted Doom and was defeated. The MCU will no doubt change little bits and pieces here and there about Battleworld and Secret Wars, but bringing back these three big villains should be something that is executed. Who are you most excited to see return in Secret Wars, and which of these villains do you think is the most likely to return? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. If you stayed this long, don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video.